One of the first things you need to do before you launch your website is set up some sort of system where people can subscribe to an email list. It's better to do this with a tool or a system that's dedicated to email marketing rather than trying to use your own personal email to do this. You can get hit as a spammer if you are using your own Gmail account or other sort of personal account. There are lots of different tools out there, and a lot of them you can start for free, such as MailChimp. With MailChimp, you can get started for, I believe, up to 2,000 subscribers, and they've got all kinds of tools. So if you go to MailChimp and then go to pricing, you can see the sign up for free. You have this free option, and if you click the learn more, you can see that you are able to send up to 12,000 emails per month to up to 2,000 subscribers. And there are tools and plugins within WordPress that allows you to create opt-in forms for your website that hook up with MailChimp. Another option is ConvertKit. This is kind of the new kid on the block in terms of email marketing, but they've really pared down the whole idea of email marketing and made it very simple for people who are just getting started. And this is personally what I use currently. Aweber is another option, and this is just another one in a long list of email marketing tools like Constant Contact, Infusionsoft. There's dozens of them out there, and there's great reasons to use any of them. But as always with this class, I want to give you a free option that I highly recommend, and that's built right within WordPress, and that's MailPoet. I actually used to use this before going over to ConvertKit, and it allows you to do a lot of cool things, and it's very simple. So if you search for MailPoet, you'll see MailPoet newsletters, and it's had over 300,000 installs, 5-star reviews, really great. So go ahead and install it, and I'll show you how to use it. When you activate MailPoet, you'll get this welcome letter, and you can walk through their own tour if you want to, or you can just click this thanks now, take me to MailPoet button down at the bottom. There are 4 different menu options under the MailPoet tab. One is newsletter. This is where you create new emails. One is subscribers, where you can see all of your subscribers. Settings, where you can change any of your settings. Or premium, for you to enroll in the premium MailPoet, where you can use it with over 2,000 subscribers and send more emails per month. There's a few things that you might want to do if you're trying to legitimize your business. One is put in your company's address. It's actually a requirement that you actually send your address with each email. And if you don't, some spam filters, depending on the email tool, Gmail, Yahoo, what have you, they'll actually put your emails in spam if you don't have that. You also can choose where you want notifications to go to, and choose if you want to get notified when someone subscribes, unsubscribes, or a summary of the emails that you send every day. You can choose how it appears to the person who gets these emails. So it will be sent from Phil, or you could say, Ebener Designs, whatever you want, either your company name or your name, and then your email address. And with your hosting account, with Bluehost, with HostGator, with whatever hosting, you can create your own emails with your website. So you could have phil@ebenerdesigns.com, or contact or support@ebenerdesigns.com. The next tab under settings is your forms. So right within the MailPoet app, you can create a form to put in your website. So click create a new form to add a new form. And then you can add different fields. So say you want to collect first name, last name, you can add these to your form. And then you could click any of these to edit how it actually appears. Down below, you can choose what lists these subscribers are going to be added to. So say you have multiple contact forms on different pages of your website, and you want to funnel visitors into different categories. Perhaps you have some visitors, for me, this would be visitors who are more into photography, and then some that are into video production. I might have 2 lists, and depending on the blog page or the article, I would put a different form on that page that funnels into that list. And then this little after submit option is a little pop-up that appears after they've submitted their information on this form. So say you've gone through this, click save. And then to add it to any of your pages, just click this shortcode button down here, copy and paste this shortcode. I'm gonna test it out on my about page. So just paste it into any page, click update, and then refresh that page. And now you can see the form. It tries to match the style of your own website. And this looks pretty good. Now, when you're trying to get people on a newsletter, it would probably be beneficial to give a reason to subscribe. So on this page, I would include information that they'll be getting once they subscribe, or perhaps giving away some kind of lead magnet, a PDF download, or something that they get in exchange for signing up. And I would include that information. And I would include that information right next to the form. You can also go to the widgets area under Appearance, Widgets, and then you have a new widget that you can put in your sidebar, Mail Poet subscription form. So let's put that right under Search. And then we have to choose which form we're going to choose. So we created that new form, which we should probably retitle. Maybe we will create a specific one for the sidebar. Click Save. Now we'll have to refresh this page so that that shows up in our Mail Poet subscription form option. And now we have the sidebar option, and we'll just click Save. Now, if we go to our blog or any page that has the sidebar, we have this subscribe to our newsletter page. Now let's go back to our subscribers page. You can see that I automatically have myself as a subscriber, but say, let's just type in, for example, my other account, Phil Ebner, and then the email address is at videoschoolonline.com. Then click subscribe. And now you can see this is the pop-up that we saw. So you might want to change this, make it more interesting, say something like, hey, check your inbox, you'll be getting your free PDF, or whatever your lead magnet is. Now let's refresh our subscriber page. And you'll see that now support at videoschoolonline.com is added. The status is unconfirmed until that subscriber gets the first email and confirms their email address. This is a double opt-in, and this is required for people who start newsletters. Now, what is that email that people get first when they subscribe? Let's go back to our settings and go to sign up confirmation. This is the email that someone gets when they sign up. So you definitely want to edit this with your own information. In this email is a confirmation link that they'll have to click, and you can send them to a custom page if you want. Going down the line of tabs, we have the send with option. One, you could send with your own website, and the delivery method is PHP, which I highly recommend, or you can use a third party. Depending on what your host situation is, sometimes they don't allow you to send more than a certain amount of emails per day. So once you get over 100 subscribers, you might want to go with this third-party option. And find out more about that, just go here and click on the Read More option. Then down below, you can see that you can choose how many emails you want to send every hour. If you're using a third-party option, you can increase this because you don't want to have to wait to send your emails over the period of a day or two if you have a few hundred email subscribers. You want to send them all at once. But they suggest 70 emails per hour to be safe to start out so that you don't get seen as spam. And that's if you're sending from your own website. But again, if you want to send more, you can choose this third-party option. Lastly, let's just quickly look at our newsletter options. They come with a draft, but I'm just going to go ahead and say create a new email. This you can see as a one-time email blast or an automatic newsletter. And this is awesome so that you can actually create an automated sequence for your subscribers. So you can automatically send either when someone subscribes to the list or when there's new content. So perhaps you want someone to get notified whenever you post a new blog article. But to do it as an automated sequence, you would choose when someone subscribes to the list, you would choose which list you're using, and you can send either right away or an hour after, a day after, or a week after. So if you want a 10-week sequence, you would choose weeks after, and then you would just set it as 1. And then if you want to create another email in the sequence, you would create a new newsletter and choose 2. So I'll just title this first email just so we can see what the next step is. And this is a standard template that MailPoet uses. You can go into any of these blocks and basically edit them, or just go ahead and delete them. And I typically delete these and start from scratch. Over here on the right, you have your options for types of content that you want to add, just regular titles and text, or perhaps a WordPress post. And here you can choose which WordPress posts you want to include. Say you're sending a blast with all of your latest articles, you can choose multiple articles and it adds it to this email blast. Or if you are creating this email and it's the first one being sent out, but you want to send the latest article that you've written, perhaps you choose automatic latest content. And then you choose how many. Let's just do the last one. So this is automatically going to send the latest article to whoever signs up at that time. You can add images, you can change the styles, or you can actually add a custom theme. So if you click the Add More Themes button, there are lots of different themes that MailPoet has given us to start out with. So these are kind of templates that you can use. Once you're done adding all of your content, just click Next Step. Verify your subject line, verify when you want it to be sent, verify the sender of the email, also where the reply to email goes, and then you can activate it, or you can just save it as a draft and activate it later on. You can also enter your email address and send a preview email to see how it looks. As you can see, there's lots of great stuff to do with MailPoet, and of course there's the other options as well. So if you have any other questions, please let me know. Otherwise, just poke around and see all that MailPoet has to offer. It's a great way to get started.